I've always wanted to be in the legislature, and so I interned for Carlos Truan, and I knew when I was studying and doing a lot of my homework in the Capitol, I used to do it on the House side for some reason, and I wanted to see Irma Rangel. She was a giant in Texas politics, and my dad talked about her at times, and I got to meet her. I saw her doing this to the most powerful chairman, and we were proud to have her as our chair of higher ed. And so that first session, I came in really saying I'm going to vote my district. And for me, it wasn't my race to get into the legislature wasn't a primary. For me, it wasn't what became a tort reform versus trial lawyers race. I had started my race with personal funds that I had saved and bought my own signs. It wasn't until January. I started in June. It wasn't until January and I already had billboards on highways, and so when I came in, I really came in ready to work for the people. There were amendments, bills of mine that were being killed. There was one on private property rights. We have a lot of issues where human smugglers crash through ranch fences, and we wanted to give some landowners some immunity. When they're not even there, they're being sued because someone's hurt because a truck flips, So I attached that bill as an amendment, and it upset the trial lawyers. But I could justify it in my heart. That's what my constituents wanted. On issues of life, I was voting with Republicans, and I didn't get any negative feedback from my district, but on the House floor, there were a few members or two members from the Democratic caucus that would come and threaten me. Change your vote. One even brought a manila folder and said, we will do a robocall this afternoon if you don't change your vote. And I'd tell them, you don't know my district, do it. And when it got time to redistricting, I voted for the map because the map was making sure that Clayburgh County was not paired with Nueces. Irma Rangel always fought that. Her attorney was my professor here at UT, and he told me that's what his goal was for her. And because of that, counties around Nueces County can elect their own rep. My district still is that way till this day. And the Democrat amendments or the Malk amendments were gutting my district. Irma Rangel was the first female chair of Malk. And so I couldn't understand. And then the attorney would never come by my office, and even though I paid my dues. And so when the map changed by a federal court, I said, this is it. They said I would never win a primary in a Republican primary, that a Hispanic in a Republican primary is like a fish in a shark tank or something. And so I worked hard to win, and it's been uphill ever since for my district. We were able to save my own K through 12 Fremont ISD from closing through TEA, working with them. We've done some great things for the district. I don't know if I would have been able to do it as a vastly outnumbered member of a minority party. But for me, it just went more in line with the way I was voting. And when I've served as a Republican, I have voted with the Democrats, and I've never had a Republican come to my desk, point his finger at me, wanting to beat me up, or that's the kind of stuff I was getting. And those members are pretty much gone now. They're not literally in the House anymore. But I think Texas doesn't like that. Texas, by and large, wants compromise, wants people that work well with others. I don't think Texas likes loudmouths. I really don't. I think it's showing in terms of the way certain votes are going, that are getting tighter. It shows that people want pragmatic approaches. And on social issues, there will be some grandstanding on both sides, but I think ultimately, especially in the House, the majority of the work is in the center. And that's how I've governed, and that's how I intended to govern when I first served and got elected. I serve at the will of the people, and the people want a certain issue, I'm going to support it. And so the switch was difficult in the sense that there was a lot of uncertainty on the part of people around me. But I knew in my heart that even if I lost, that I could walk away from politics and say, I did the right thing, and I can say I gave it all I had.